This is the Irontrader. It is Monday morning, so it's time to go to work. Now we've got a full week this week here. Now remember, the API will be out on Tuesday at 4:30 for crude oil. The EIA report for crude will be out on Wednesday at 10:30. Natural gas 10:30 on Thursday, and then we have the rig count on Friday. All right, so as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only. Not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, let me just bigger up a little bit here. Okay, here's going to be the key on the upside. Okay, so what we have here is we want to look at that price channel. Okay, so you're looking at 81.62. So far here today, we have not broken above. We came right up to it. The high today so far is 81.58. So we're getting close. The question is it going to break through, or is it going to be sideways action and then come right on down here a little bit? Now, again, I pointed out this trading range that we had. This was the top of the candle. That was at 79.29. We had this nice range here for about 13 days. And then we went to an upper box here. Okay, and now we're going up to like even higher. So here's what we want to watch. Let's just take a look at the downside here first. Okay, so we want to look, obviously, here at the bottom of this candle. This was Friday's low. That's that 81.45, which lined up very, very nicely here at the 81.41. If that is lost here, we'll come to the top of this candle. You're looking at 79.99, and then we have 79.90, and then we have looked at the bottom here. You're looking at 79.57, and then your 8 SMA here at 79.52. Very, very nice. Right below it, you have your 78.72, and then we have your 78.22, which is your 200-day. Very, very nice. Now you can see how they're all on the uprise, all spread apart. Very, very bullish. Also, look at this 50 SMA. You crossed over the 100-day, and she's moving up nicely. Now, again, if all this support is lost for some reason, then we just look to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 77.57. We look here at 77.34, and then here's your big retest there at 78.47, and then right above, right below it here is 76.37, your 50 SMA here, and then below that we have your 100 SMA. But really, in this kind of a time frame, I don't see it. I see any sign of a sell-off here is going to go right maybe down to that 8 SMA. Would hold, and then if not, you have your 21, and then you have your 200-day right below that. But right now, this is looking very, very good. We just got to see, again, if we're going to have some sideways action, maybe a little bit of pullback here today. We got to see how it all going to shake out. Now, your RSI here looking very, very good. Your MACD, your green above your red, that's showing good positive momentum. That's looking good. Now, again, let's take a look at the upside. This is going to be key right here. This is that 81.62. Okay, so what you want to do is look at obviously today's high. That's 81.58 so far. It had a little bit higher high than had Friday because it was 81.45 on that, but that's the key right there at 81.62. Now, again, if we can break and close above it, that's the key. Not like this candle where you broke and then she came down. I'm talking about breaking and closing above that price channel at 81.62. Then we just want to look here right to the left. This is where all our resistance levels will be. Okay, so then your next resistance is going to be 82.24. Then you have 82.83, and then here's the bad boy, 83.60. Because see this price channel? Just bring it right on across. Okay, and then your next level we're going to have is going to be 85.30, and then what we have here is you have 85.59, and then this is the key level, 85.90. Bring that price channel right across, and then we can just follow these right on up here. You have 87.75. We have 88.57. You have 89.54, and then the nice big retest up 89.85. Bring that price channel right across. Okay. So then what we do is we want to spread that out just a little bit here. You want to look here to this top of this candle. This is going to be very, very key because this was the breakout candle. You're looking at 92.43, and then we can just follow the candles up here. You have 93.10. We have 95. What do we have here? 94.17, and then your big retest at 95.03. Now this is a ways off, but again, I just like to show you where you have the possibility of going here if this starts getting rolled. Now, again, everything is going to be based right on this price channel right here at 81.62. So you can see what's happening here so far. You ran up, you made a higher high, but again, you can't get above that 81.62. You came close, 81.58. Okay, so this is here is looking very, very good, but you got to close above that 81.62, and then you can go higher. Now here, again, on the downside, just watch this key level here on a closing basis. This is what you want to watch right here. This is that 80.85. Okay, I'll bring that right on over. Now, on the closing, now again, right now you're sitting real time, you're at that 80.92. Yeah, you're a little bit above it, but the key is going to be to close at the end of the day. That's going to be key. Again, if that's lost here, then we just look to the top of that candle. You have that 80.67. We have that 80.41, and then we just work yourself down here on these candles, 79.99, 79.90, and then we have your 79.57, and then we have your 8 SMA here. So this candle is going to be very, very important on a closing basis today. If it can't do it, then you're going to be sideways to down. That's going to be the key. The breakout is going to be that 81.62. You close above that, well, we just look to the left of the chart. We know where we're going to go. On the downside, if you can't hold that candle, then we just follow these candles down here. But your key support level is going to be these SMAs, which are simple moving averages. Okay, so there's your 8 SMA simple moving averages, basically an average over 8 days. Okay, same way average over 21 days and average over 200 SMA here. But these are your key levels right there. Okay, 79.50, 78.71, and 78.22. Very, very strong support. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, let's take a look at this monthly chart here. Now, we can see here, this was resistance level here, that 79.71. You're obviously, we're above that right now. And then we have here your 79.99, which is basically 80. We're above that right now. Again, now this is a monthly chart, and today is only the 18th, so you got time to go. But you like to really close above that. That would be really good. If you can see how strong this 8-day is. This is why you put that 8 SMA here on every chart, because you can see here, see where that price gets down, even on the monthly chart here. Once it gets above, then look how many months you can have it. Even when it's sold down, it held it, but once you broke it, then you're right, and now you're fighting the whole thing. So we got to see how that's going to shake out here for the month, okay? So that's what you want to always look at. Now, that's just like a longer term here. I always use a monthly. You can't use this like for trading, unless you're a long-term trader. But even then, for crude oil, it's not very good. But you always want to take a look at it just to say, hey, this is where it's going to go. I know it's going to run into that 8 SMA. I've been pointing that all the way out since way back here, that if it does go into that 8 SMA here, then, okay, that is going to be resistance. If you can get above it, then she can rip higher. Now, here, on your weekly chart, this is something that you always want to stay in tune with. Your RSI here is looking good. Your MACD, your green above your red, showing good momentum. Very, very good. Now, what I like about this is, see, your 8 SMA here is 77.92, and your 50-day is 77.87. So your 8-day crossed now above, okay, the 21, and now above that 50-day very, very nicely. So we got to see if it's going to hold or if it's going to flatten out. But if it can rise right on up, you're doing good. Okay, so when we look at this candle, came down, you held it, came down, held it, came down, held it. Look how many weeks that you're holding now, that 8 SMA, ever since we got above, and you're curling above here, okay? So even when you have a candle like this, it came down, held the 200-day, the following week we had that nice green candle, and that was a good momentum candle to take us right up. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks so far. We got to see what's going to happen here. Now, again, even if this comes all the way down here to this 8 SMA here, okay? Really no big deal, 77.92. It comes all the way down here, 77.87. As long as it holds that SMA here by Friday, remember it's a weekly chart, by Friday, this is still very, very bullish pattern. And even if it comes down to your 21-day, but you want to close above, back above that 8 and 50-day, that's going to be key. Now, again, we look at the top of this candle, that's that 81.62. That's the one that's very, very crucial. If we get above, and we can get close above that, here's your target right here. Okay, so we look to the left of the chart on that daily chart, look at the candlesticks, but this is going to be very, very crucial, this 83.32. So you can see where, even when it ran up here, okay, you ran up right into the 100. This one here, right into 100. Then once you jumped over it, then you can go up higher, but you have to go, it goes right into it. So this is going to be your next resistance if, big if, you can close above that 81.62. That is where the target is of 83.32. So if you know this in advance, you say, hey, once I get above this, I can go long, and I know there's my next target here. When I get to that target, I can sell half the position, or I can sell all the position and wait for a little pullback. So right now, we've got to see how this is going to shake out this week here. But actually, it would probably be nice if it came all the way down there. Then that'd be a nice, good scalper all the way back up again. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on with Netty gas. Okay, here we have the old natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, here's what I've been pointing out here is this key levels right here. Now, you can see where your 8-day went below your 21-day. So you're sitting, your 8-day is sitting at 1.738, and your 21-day here, 1.76. Okay, so that 8-day now has crossed below. That's really not a good sign. And now this 8-day has ran way on down, 1.77. Okay, so this is all lining up very nice. So if you have that 1.76, 1.77, that's what you need to close above, then we can go higher. Okay, but you can see here where, look at this week's candle, boom, right into it. Last week's candle, right into it. This week here so far, right into it. Very, very strong resistance level. And then we know what happens when you get below that 8 SMA. Look at here, okay? It just takes the price right down unless you can get this reversal candle, and then she can pop right on up. Now, and then once it holds, look how nice it is. But once it comes down, you know, you got to be very careful. But again, when it's sold down, you held that 21-day, held the 21-day, and then when you reversed, see how it popped right into it? See, you just can't get in. So key today on the upside is you want to watch these levels here, okay? So you want to watch, you need to close above 1.738, you need to close above 1.767, and you need to close above right here, 1.77. That is today is what you want to watch. Then she goes higher. Then your target is, then you watch this candle. That's 1.823. Then we have 1.84. Here, we can come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 1.87. We have 1.88. And then we can start with the top of these candles. You're looking at 1.95. You have 1.98. And then here's your target at 2.0. Okay, which is basically the top of this candle right here. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Okay, on the upside. Okay, so if you can get above that, then we can have the 50-day. But let's see if you can get above this 8, the 21-day, and this 8.8 first, and then hit your 200, your 2.0 target. Then we can go up there. Now again, if you can get above that 50-day, here's your target right here, which is that 2.16. This is your gap. There's your fill. Okay, so we know what your targets are on the upside. Now, on the downside, so far we have an inside day. Now, yesterday's high was Friday's high, I should say, is 1.77, and the low was 1.646. Today's high was 1.76 and 1.68. So inside day basically means your highs and your lows are the inside of the previous day's highs and lows. That's all it means, okay? But it's just easy to say inside day. So anyway, what we want to watch here on the downside is you want to watch Friday's low here, okay, on the downside, 1.64, and then we want to watch this 1.643, okay? So 1.646, 1.643. This is your nice, good range here on the bottom, okay? So you're holding this right across. So when you look to the top of this candle here, this is 1.637. So realistically, you round it off, you're looking at 1.64. So that is your support lines, okay? See that? Right nice? Now, if that is lost, then we can come down to 1.59. Then we come down to 1.58, and then we look to the bottom of that candle, 1.57, and then your retest, 1.52. But when you take the top of this candle and you just draw that line all the way across, that is your support levels, and so far it's holding. Now, the key is here, if it can get back and close above these key levels, the 8, your 21-day, and your 8 SMA. If you can, you'll go higher. If not, we can go sideways, basically to down. Now, your RSI here looking good. Your MACD, your green is above your red. That's looking good. This one here is trying to work it. Not there yet. So we just got to, you just got to play this out here. Give us some time here today, see how it shakes out. Okay, let's look at an hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, look here on the 4-hour chart here now. All right, so we are bigger up a little bit here. Okay, so what we have here is we had a low of that 1.643, and then we put in a higher low of 1.646. Okay, so right there, that is your double bottom situation. Okay, but when this ran up, you can see the high here, you put in the double top situation, it came down, but you made a higher low. Very, very nice. Now she's trying to rally up. Now what we want to look for is this price channel, that 1.77. See how nicely that lines up there with all those simple moving averages on the daily chart? See, it lines up very, very nice. Now, again, if we can get above that, your 50-day is sitting right there, just a hair above. And then we have your 100 SMA at 1.79. And then you have your 200 SMA here sitting here at 1.81. Okay, that is going to be very, very strong resistance. You need to get a basically not only above your price channel, your 8 and your 100, but that 200-day, because if you look to the back here, see how it went up here, couldn't do it, couldn't do it, couldn't do it, couldn't do it, stopped it right in its tracks. Okay, see, the same way with this 21 day. First time shot, could not do it. Came right here, could not do it, and then it rallied on up here. Okay, so very, very crucial that you watch that price channel, 1.77, which lines up very nice with the simple moving averages on a daily. Then you can go and hit that 100 SMA here at 1.79, and then possibly even that 200 SMA at 1.81, and make this chart reverse then. And this, once we get above those simple moving averages, then you can start working this chart to the higher position. Okay, so when we look at the hourly chart here, see there's that double bottom. Okay, see, and then there's that double top situation, just like we had here. Okay, so now the question is, can we break out above that level? Okay, so you had basically 1.75 and 1.77 here. If you can break out above that, then we have that 200-day, which is going to be right there. Now, again, if you can, bust out above that, then we just go in reverse of what we had here. As this stair steps down, we just stair step it right back up again. So if you get above that, then we just follow these candles here all the way on up here until we can get the retest back to that 2.0. Okay, so use these price channels now as resistance as they're coming down here for support. Now we just the opposite way we use for resistance here. So the key is it going to break out, or is it going to just go sideways here to down? But this is going to be the key level right here. And once we can get above that whole 1.76, 1.77 level, if we can close above it, then you got a good shot at hitting that 2.0 level. Okay, that's what I got for you on crude and natural gas. I'll be back here midday trading. We'll review natural gas here. We'll see what it did. And then we'll take a little bit look at crude. And then later after the pick close at 2:30, we'll go more in depth on crude and natural gas and get you all set up here for the next day. Okay, thanks for watching.